What's going on, guys? Welcome to my Final Fantasy Brave Exodus video, and today I think is going to be something a lot of people are looking forward to because we're going to be talking about how to build units. And since most people have gotten an Elena for free, that's the unit we're going to be looking at today. Since there's going to be a lot of new players and they're getting a free Elena, so they're going to wonder how you build her. Now keep in mind, I'm going to be showing a lot of stuff that you probably won't be able to get or probably don't have or won't be getting anytime soon. But that doesn't mean you won't ever get them. You know, I'm trying to give you information for the future. So once you get these items and things like that and you're on your way, then you can come back and say, oh, you know, I watched this video like a few months ago, but now I have all this stuff and now I can actually build, you know, properly. But we're going to go over the wrong build and we're going to go over a pretty good build. I will not say the right build because it really depends on what trial you're going for, but I'm going to say a proper build for Elena, of course, and this, you could take this for a lot of other units as well. So let's get into it. So yeah, let's get into it. Load, yep. So this is the bad build, and a lot of new players, and this is basically a meme. I made a video on this a long time ago about this. Don't equip Fenrir, and we're gonna get into why. You're probably looking at it as a new player saying, wow, it has a lot of attack and magic, so my Elena here is going to get a lot of attack and magic because she's a hybrid unit and she'd like to have both of those things. No. And we're going to get into why. Because Fenrir does not give any killers as of this video. And killers are king. I have a video specifically on killers. It was made a while ago, so I'm not really sure how in depth I go into it, but killers mean a lot. And this is the bad build. Astria is fine, I'm not criticizing that. As a new player, I would use that as well. But now you're starting to go down a little downhill because none of this stuff provides any killers at all. And none of this provides killers either. She has... Oh, the only killers that she will be having is the ones that she has passively. And this is pathetic. In this day and age, you'll not be doing very much damage with this equipment, with this build at all. So this is probably really bad build. Typically with hybrids, unless you have really good equipment and you're able to get away with it, you can do both. But typically you want to go for the stat that the boss is weakens. For example, if there's a boss that has low defense but high spirit, you're probably going to want a lot of attack. If you are fighting a boss that has the reverse, has a lot of spirit, or has a lot of defense but not a lot of spirit, sorry about that, then you probably want to gear for magic. Just so you know. And if it's usually they're both kind of the same, because there are actually a lot of bosses that have the same stat, then you would want to go something like this. Not exactly like this, because you would still want killers. Like this is garbage. And you would organize this probably a little bit better. And then you can put in some killers. Espers are they're not just a stat stick anymore. They are reliant solely on killers. That's why Bahamut 3-star is so needed. From a lot of players, that's why a lot of people are looking for Bahamut 3-star, because it has so many killers you wouldn't believe. So this is a build that you should not be building unless you're just clearing like events and things like that, because then obviously you don't care. But for something like Dark Visions or Trials, you would not get very far with this build unless you're doing like really early Trials or doing like the first, you know, stages of Dark Visions, and of course you can do anything with that. But oh yeah, by the way, this is the Elena that you get for free. She's not potted or anything. She doesn't have any enhancements. I wanted to make this an authentic experience for you guys that are new to the game. So not enhanced, not potted, because I don't expect you guys to be potted. But now I'm going to be showing you guys a more proper build that you should probably be building for Elena if you want her to be more successful. All right, I went for a Stone Killer. So as you can see, we have a much better Esper than Fenrir. So that is a very good Esper for getting Stone Killer. So she has 300%. We could get 300% for a lot of these things. It all depends on what Esper you're using. Espers are the main source there. So whatever Esper you're using is what killer you would go for, and this is just a different weapon. This could be like this could be normal Cloud's STMR. This could be Agstar's STMR. Like you could use a lot of things here like this. These things, as long as it's two-handed, guys, as long as you're using a two-handed weapon, remember to always use a two-handed weapon on a TDH unit. Elena is TDH, so she'd like to have a two-handed weapon. If you use a one-handed weapon on a TDH unit, well, you're not going to get very far. So this could be many two-handed weapons. I just choose this because it has killers on it. Not that we're going for that. And then I have one slide here for anything that I would want. Status immunity, more killers, whatever I would need. So whatever you guys need. I know you guys are like, oh, why don't you put something there? But you can put whatever you want in this spot. And these could be, well, she needs her STMR, and you can get her STMR for free. So I would expect you to at least would have this. So I can't say, oh, it's an STMR, you probably don't have it, but they're giving that to you. They're giving that to you. So some of these things are a little old. You may be able to get them eventually. But just you won't be able to get Riku's glove. But this could be another limit burst damage item, or this could be storm kickers, or it could be just Seraph's comb. That's fine too. Just do that. This could also be another Seraph's comb. I don't have another one, but that could be another Seraph's comb if you wanted that to be. And I think that I could gear her 300% for anything. That's the reason why I chose Elena, because she's so flexible. So this is the difference between poorly gearing and good gearing. Killers. Priority list, number 1, killers. I don't care if it's a limit burst damage dealer or not. Killers, priority number 1. Blue stats don't mean anything. I don't care about your blue stats. If you have blue stats showing up here, if you have max attack, but you have no killers, I'm not going to pick you. You're useless to me. You can have the green numbers, but have max. You can have 300% killers, and I'll pick you anytime. Priority number 2, is it a limit burst damage dealer? You want to have 300% limit burst damage, or close enough to 300%, depending on what you can do. Most limit burst damage dealing units have some limit burst damage passives already, so you don't have to start from 0. And if they start from 0, they're probably not a limit burst damage dealer. Just to be said with that. Priority number 3 is finally the blue number. You probably would want to max your attack or max your magic after you've completed the killers part. Killers. Also, of course, like I mentioned in the video, espers are a big deal. Do not ignore espers. Do not ignore leveling them up. Don't say as a new player, oh, I'll just get to it eventually. No. Start doing expeditions. This video is not really about, espers and leveling up and stuff, because you guys should just be doing that, and it's not really about expeditions, but you can get a lot of stuff from expeditions, so don't be afraid to do that. But all in all, guys, the main difference between a bad geared unit and a good geared unit is how much killers they have. That is the secret. It's not a really big secret, but I know there's a lot of people in my comment section that were saying, I don't know how to build these units. What do I do? So killers, limit burst damage. If they not a limit burst damage deal, then you should be focusing on solely on Okay, so like killers, true to wield or TDH. If you need help on that, I have a video all completely in depth about true to wield and TDH. Limit burst damage, and then stats. Stats are the last thing. Stats are the absolute. Stats are like a luxury. If you have everything covered, you have 400% TDH or 200% true to wield. You got killers on, 300% killers. You got your limit burst damage if you need it. Of course, if you don't, then whatever. And then you can go for the stats, because stats are like a luxury. I'll go with 300% killers over, the blue number any day. Blue number, get out of here. No more blue number. It's not a priority. I know you guys like to see the blue number. You like looking at your big stats, but in terms of a trial, it doesn't matter. It won't help you. 300% stats and 3,000 attack is much stronger than no killers and 4,000 attack. And I know that might sound extreme, but it's true. Killers mean a lot in this game. Maybe not in some other games like in some other Final Fantasy games where they have some killers. It's not that big a deal. You can still beat the game without using any of them or using very few of them. But in this game, killers are king. Killers are king. I think that's what I'm going to leave it off with, guys. Killers are king, guys. And I hope this video helped you out. If it did not, I can probably just delete this and make a new one. But I think that this is pretty much what I would only want to go into. I don't really know what else to go into. I used the free Elena for you guys as a good example. So if this helped you out, please give a like. If it did not, leave a thumbs down if you want, or don't do anything. I know I used a few STMRs, but you can use whatever equipment that you have at the time. Remember, so when I said eventually you'll get this equipment that I have. I'm not perfect, but yeah, you'll get this equipment eventually, and you'll be able to put this on whoever you have. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.